Thor, the comic book character turned movie sequel. Well, guess what? In the comic books, he's going to be a chick. That's right. Let's look at Thor. This is the Thor that you may know.
Man.
Look at those muscles. You like that, Gina, don't you?
Super into it.
Malcolm, you're into that. Those big
sinewy
pecs and those.
I go more for the bears.
You're more of a bear guy.
More of an otter.
So that is Thor right there. And let's look at Thor's hammer. Of course, Thor is known for his hammer. And on his hammer it says, "Whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." That's pretty good. This is very all manly, right?
Yeah.
A lot of muscles and manly. But they are going to change Thor to a woman in the comic book. We've got a picture of the new Lady Thor.
Oh.
That's right.
She is a handsome woman.
She is a feisty, muscly chick, and she looks like she could do a lot of the things that Thor's doing. And we've got a quote from the writer about this change. "This is not she-Thor. This is not Lady Thor. This is not Thorita. This is Thor. This is the Thor of the Marvel Universe, but it's unlike any Thor we've ever seen before." So by the way, just real quick, Chris Hemsworth will continue to play Thor in the Marvel, the Avengers movies, and I guess if they're going to come out with any other Thor sequels and things like that. But I think this is kind of interesting. When they make these moves in comic books, everyone freaks. You know, you get a gay character in Archie. I thought Archie stopped being printed, 40 years ago. But yeah, exactly. But anytime they do anything in comics, and they've had a couple gay characters in comic books seem to get a little ahead of the thing here. So I assume you have no problem with Thor becoming a woman.
Look, man, the only time I ever heard of Thor in my life was when I was little watching Adventures in Babysitting. That was the first time the Thor character ever came. I'm not a comic book person. I don't give a shit. However, I did find a great meme, if I may share it with you.
Yes.
This is great. Disney owns Marvel. Marvel owns Thor. Thor is the son of a king. Thor is now female. That means Thor is now a Disney princess. I like that a lot.
There you go.
And she, but I mean, I know I made a joke about her, gigantism.
Yeah.
But she looks like a really powerful chick, and we've actually done stories on TYT about one of the characters that they changed to African American, and people went insane.
Right.
So I can't imagine the reaction of this is going to be any different. But she looks like a good character. I mean, she's got the gigantic boobs, and we know she's female, but she looks powerful. She looks strong.
She looks badass. Malcolm, I know you're a traditionalist. You have major problems with this, don't you?
Well, I mean, to me, I don't know. I didn't follow Thor when I was a kid much, but so I looked up Thor on Wikipedia to find out, and what I know about Thor is he has long, flowing golden locks. He apparently is associated with fertility, and he's legendary for fighting a giant snake. And that doesn't sound like a woman to me. Does that sound like a woman?
That sounds exactly like a woman.
Oh my God, you're right. No, I think that it's interesting. It seems like the comic books, it's a marketing ploy, obviously.
Yeah.
They want to sell some comic books, whatever. But I feel like comic books, they trail the popular opinion. I mean, ooh, a gay character, can you believe it? I mean, wow, that's shocking.
Right.
And now Captain America is African American. And so I feel like it's just whatever is becoming accepted, it gains widespread acceptance, and then the comic books, they follow along. So
sort of like politicians. They wait until
exactly.
everyone's decided something, and then they jump in.
So we've got a female Thor, a black Captain America, and a gay character on Archie. And 10 years from now, we'll have like a trans Thor maybe, and maybe
Trans Thor. That sounds like something.
That's like an airline.
That sounds like an Autobot.
Thor will be trans. Then Captain America will be Muslim.
Yeah.
And the Fantastic Four will all be polyamorous.
But I think what I assume that people who are super traditionalists when it comes to comics don't like is that they're changing characters already in progress. They're not creating a new powerful woman. They're saying, oh, that dude, he's a chick now, just get on board.
Right.
And that
so
might freak people
should
out.
we be okay with those people that are just saying this is about the lore of the thing? If the next Star Wars, if they magically made, this isn't going to really make sense.
Vader.
Well, you could have. I guess you could have an evil female Jedi. But if Luke Skywalker for the next one was suddenly a woman, he had a sex change in the 30 years till the next one, people might be
I
annoyed.
think people would be upset if anybody involved in Star Wars did something to ruin the franchise. That would be. There are people who would not like that.
That'll never happen.
But
don't
thank
worry.
God that'll never happen.
Yeah, George Lucas. All right, final thought on this. Can you do anything creatively without it being a political statement? Can anyone do anything? Can a comedian say anything? Can an artist paint anything? Can a comic book without everyone jumping on the political? Like, can someone? Maybe this guy was just like, I'm just going to do this. I'm not putting a lot of thought into it. You just can't, right?
No, and I loved his statement. This isn't Thorina. This isn't Lady Thor. This is Thor. Like this, it's not because it's not like, okay, she's Thor, but we're gonna like we're gonna Disney princessify her. No, it's just the character, and people hate that shit, but they're the same people that need to be sending those people a muffin basket because then we'd have nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
I would say that even asking that question is a political statement.
That's why we've never had you on the show, Thor, because
it is, unfortunately.
It's that kind of highfalutin.
By just saying, can't you do anything without it being taken as a political statement? No.